Okay, Fiverr, I have a quick job for you today for all you ebook designers and formatters. So it's a two-part job depending on if you do ebook formatting and or if you do both, which is ebook formatting plus I know you charge an extra charge to create a very graphical, nice looking cover. So here's my project. Just watch the entire video. I'm not going to spend too much time and try to do it very quickly just for you to have a clear understanding of what I'm looking for. This is my quick ebook guide I wrote in Google Drive. You will be receiving a zip drive with all the original pictures that I use in here, which I'm going to show you, and you also are going to receive two versions of the document, a Word document and also a PDF version of it, so you can use that however you need to create my final product. Now I'm looking for somebody to format and edit. That means, you know, the layout of the ebook where it looks very professional and looks like a professional ebook or a very presentable ebooks. So let me scroll down. This is going to be the first page of the ebook, and of course I want you to choose visually stunning text, fonts. Make it look professional, make it look nice. You know, that's the goal of this. Is I don't want you to just take these texts that I already made and just kind of throw it through some kind of template and hand it back to me. You know, give me something that makes it look good and professional. You know, basically what you do at Fiverr. Of course, you're going to do your own table and contents. I just kind of did mine, but do it however you want. You know, instead of just having all the page white in the background, you know, use some lines and designs and kind of, you know, just be creative with the layout. And these are the images. Every image you see on here will come in a zip drive, so then at a larger format, so you feel free to be creative. And you see how these images are just kind of white backgrounds. If you want to be creative and put like some designs around the image, or maybe you know, just be creative with displaying the image other than just kind of putting square images. Maybe you want to put, you know, some color background behind each image, you know, and give it a little nice little design or something. You know, basically I'm saying be creative. That's the whole point, right? And, you know, otherwise I can just use this ebook as it already is, but you know, I'm gonna go to Fiverr and have you guys. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through here, and basically let me hurry up because I don't want to waste a lot of your time about the job. So basically you're going to be formatting my ebook. Now here's what's important. When I send you the file, even though it's a completed ebook with all my pages on there, I want you to make sure that each section starts at the very top. So when the intro should start at the very beginning of the page. And let me scroll down and show you what I mean by that. So right here you kind of see that, you know, it's going in, it's still in the same chapter. Before I even get there, let me go ahead and go over some things about the job real quick. And I'm gonna make it very quick. Just do what you normally do, but here's some things that I want to just kind of touch on for you can understand it before you accept the job. Editable format. So ultimately I want to be able to edit this file because everything that I need in this ebook is not there. So whenever you do your designs and your layout and everything, make sure it's editable. So give it back to me. If you do Adobe and you create it in Photoshop, make sure you give me that PSD. If you edit it and you export it and you give me a PDF, make sure I have that PSD where I can edit the original file. If you give it back to me in Word, that's fine too. Make sure that the formatting and the graphics and design don't mess up when you give me that Word. So that means that if I have to change some words, make sure all the formatting don't get thrown off and all the images get pushed down. So make sure you format it correctly if you're going to output it in a Word format where I can actually edit it and add stuff to it. So that's important. Also, if you give it to me in a PSD or Word format, make sure that I can add hyperlinks. I'm not done with this. I'm just looking for somebody to design the layout and give me a professional looking ebook layout, but I still need to go back in the ebook and add hyperlinks. Also, there's photos in here, so I'm gonna go back and add photos. So make sure whatever format you put out there, you know, I'm able to still click on those photos, whether it's in a PSD format or PDF format or a Word format. Make sure I can still add links. And lastly, you know, let's make sure that we create an editable table of contents. See the table of contents? I know you're going to create it, but you know, I might want to add a different section or something later or something, or maybe not, I don't know, but just make sure that I can add another table of contents and it'll still be able to click on it and jump to where it's at. So make sure that's editable and not where you can't, you know, do anything with it. And you know, this is base model stuff that I saw most people are operating on Fiverr. I just want to be real clear with my jobs for nobody's confused. Design aspects. Basically what I'm saying is when I send you this ebook, don't just kind of grab it, copy all the text into some template. You know, be a little creative. Don't just take the photos I gave you and just post them as there is. Be a little creative. That's the whole point. Try to be a little creative with the way you display the photos if you can. Basically, I already said that. And lastly, this is an ebook. Don't give me time Roman font. Pick a visually appealing font. Nothing crazy, something that looks professional that you want to read a book in, but something that looks nice and smooth and good. So don't give me some retarded font that nobody wants to read. It needs to be visually appealing. It's a guide. And lastly, my message to the designer. I'm a full-time online marketer. I'm always going to be writing guides. I just started using Fivver now, so my main goal is not to just every time I write a guide go find somebody else new. So I know this may not be a super big job for you right now, but if you do something that's impressive, then when I don't want to go back to 3, 4, 5 and get to know 6 different people. So basically I'm saying just kind of do your best that you can within reason for the money you're getting paid, and create something nice. So now when I write my next guide, you could be a part of my team, and I know that I don't have to go looking around and building new relationships. I know I can go straight back to you. So it's always good to give good work. This page right here in the ebook, it's going to say massposting.com. You don't have to put anything here, but make sure you leave it in the ebook, because I'm going to be adding my own info right there about my software, which I'm ultimately marketing on this page. Now, just kind of going to here, I'm just going to scroll through here, and I'm pretty much done with the video at this point. You're going to see everything you need to see. Here's what I was referring to. Now, the way I designed the ebook in here, make sure each chapter and header starts at the top of a page. Do not let it jump over to like this. So let me show you. See how it's chapter 1? Make sure it starts at the top of the page and says chapter 1. And when you see a new section start, let me show you what I mean. So our go chapter 2 start, make sure it starts on the top of the page. Don't let it start in the middle of another page. All the new chapters start at the top of the page. So let's scroll down, and you will see one where it doesn't, because it's just right here. You see how this is chapter 3 and it's not at the top of the page? Well, that just happened because I'm using Google Drive and I couldn't do it. But when you do it, make sure that chapter 3 starts at the top of the page. So if you're gonna have to enter and shift everything down till chapter 3 starts right here, then make sure that happens. Make sure all the chapters start basically start at the top of the page. All the text has been edited, so just kind of do that. Now, just to get into the last thing, I told you I sent you a zip file full of images. Every image you see here is going to be in a zip file. It's a higher quality PNG. They're really big. Be creative with it. You don't have to use these right here. Use the ones in the zip file. They're high quality, and make sure you're just kind of matching them with the title. So if you see this one and it's matched with prevent ads, whenever you kind of layout you do, just make sure that it's kind of still matched starting where you see it at now, because that's kind of images to go with the subject. So you can kind of see the way I put it. Posting, ad management, time management, it starts right here near reporting. You don't have to do an exact little word wrap like I did. Be creative. Just make sure that you're associating the images with the correct titles. Posting, you know what I mean? And you can clearly follow along with what's been done. Every title. So creating new ads, you see this image here. So just make sure you follow along on that, and it's pretty much you got it. Be creative, do your thing. This is what you guys do. So I'm not here to try to tell you to do your job. I'm just telling you what I want, and then you can kind of go into what you want. Lastly, the layout. What I mean by layout is, try to be creative. Nothing crazy, but if you can come up with something that looks visually nice, move it around chapters, make it neat like that. Don't just give me some plain text back that look like crap. I could have did that myself. I'm not expecting a great super job. I can pay you thousands of dollars, but give me some design. This is fine. A nice little image. You get your little side image. You got your little nice blue color, and then like you got 4 different texts, so it gives you that nice little readability. So give me some layout. Don't just bring me some crap. This is nice too. You got some text, you got some little header and footer. So whatever you got, I know you probably got already a whole bunch of templates and you already do it, but basically that's the job. So basically it's an ebook job. Now, if you do covers, then let me know when you respond to this text. because I'm looking for a book cover. Obviously, you're going to follow the title, which is 6 Secrets to Selling Pool Services. So if you create me as a cover, obviously you want to have a design with some kind of pool or water involved because you're selling pool services on Craigslist. My cover, I want it to look good and dynamic, and I want the majority of the cover to have in big text 6 secret guides to pool. So be creative, go out there, find nice graphics that relate to pool cleaning services, and just make something really nice and visually appealing. And we could talk about that. So if you only do the layout part, you're still open to do this job. If you do both, respond to me and we'll talk about an offer and we'll get the job done. Thanks for taking time to watch the video. Looking forward to working with you.